All right. We are live. Hello, everybody who's deciding to watch this. Uh, Yay.
How are your
As the title
tacos?
says, one more cigar for the night.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
what are you two numbnuts been up to?
Besides making songs about Shadow being gay,
Yeah.
uh,
Mm,
nothing
not to
much.
be
I gotta do
not to be
some
Debbie
writing,
Downer.
but
Yeah,
I've been
not to be Debbie
procrastinating.
Downer, but I've been fighting
What,
depression.
depression?
That sucks.
Just don't buy rope and you will succeed.
It's never been that bad.
Well,
Is it the
No,
weather?
no, I can't say that. It was that bad once. If I had not known how if I had known how to properly load a gun, I wouldn't be here. Never mind. It has been that bad once.
don't be that way. Remember, succeeding at depression is failure at everything else.
You're not technically wrong. So
I mean, it could be worse. You could end up on one of Shadell's productions.
Yes,
Well,
then buy the rope. Our toaster, are some razor blades. You do not want to end up in Shadbo's productions.
nope.
I have a whole theme of songs. Got to work on one tonight for tomorrow's show because that's it. It's going to be a segment now on this. If you're out there and you have a free Sano account and you want to make a Shadbo is gay song and send it to me to use on the show, do so. I encourage it.
good God.
I will.
See, I've been
If I
thinking
like it,
about
I will play it on the show.
I've been thinking about taking the everyone has AIDS except Shadow is gay, 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 gay.
Yeah. I don't know how well you can get it done, but take the lyrics, rewrite them a little bit for that, and put them into that thing that it has there for that,
Yeah.
and see what it pops out. It probably won't be the same song in tone or sound, but whatever, it'll still be funny.
What is that program that Bear uses that makes up all his fucking
Yeah,
AI?
I think it's Sono as well. SNUO or SUNO, one or the other.
I imagine you got someone pay for that nonsense.
Uh, you can do 5 generations per day for free,
Oh,
and it gives you two options for each generation you make. So it'll give you like two different versions. It's like a 2 or 3 minute song, unless you like. I had to force it really hard to do something shorter than a minute.
Yeah, most
yeah.
generators, unless they know they got something really, really good going for them, like a couple of them usually use, they're usually pretty generous with what they give you.
Yeah,
It
I
just seems
wouldn't
like
call
he
them
has
great
like
generous, but
it's just enough to get you hooked on the program, so you want to
yeah.
buy an account.
yeah, he's got to have an account because he's got a shit ton of those. Yeah,
Well, like I
some
said, 5 a day,
5 a day. They
and
just keep the
then
ones you want, and after a while, you'll have a stockpile.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, pretty much.
It's a weird.
It's a weird world that we live in now.
Yeah,
It's all fun though.
it's interesting.
It's all fun and games until you take it in the eye. Oh wait, that's a shadow production.
Oh, write that down, crafting. That would be a good thing to work into a lyric. And remember, it's Shadwo for these songs.
Shadwo.
Always reverse
Yes.
the last two letters in Shadow. That's how we do that.
Yes.
It's not whatever the hell you wrote in your text to me or your Discord chat to me earlier, Connell. Shad
No.
Wall.
Well, I don't care enough.
This is a good policy to have because you're a nihilist.
I am not. I just.
You are a German man from the Big Lebowski. There's no exceptions to that. Well, you were all the German men from the Big Lebowski. You ate them.
I just have certain things that get my attention, and a whole lot of things I'm like, what the fuck ever. That's what
You
keeps me
believe
sane.
you
I
believe
got
in
pissed-
nothing. We know that.
If I got pissed about every little fucking thing out there,
You look like this guy.
possibly. So I was watching a hockey game the other day,
Why would you do that?
because I actually like hockey.
But still, why would you do that?
And I was watching a hockey game, and it was up in Canada, and they did because it's Canada. They did their national anthem first. Then they did America, and because Trump, in his infinite wisdom, has declared that you guys should be part of the USA multiple fucking ways. They started playing the American national anthem, and some yell says "fuck those guys" or something like that. I'm like, huh? Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Good,
See,
bad,
that's
or
not how
otherwise.
I would do it. I would play the
Oh,
Canadian anthem, then I'd start
Yeah.
playing the Israeli anthem.
Oh, and it's not the Canadian anthem unless it goes "Blame Canada, blame
It's
Canada."
not the Canadian anthem. That's juvenile childishness from an Israeli and his butt goy.
Oh no, but it's a perfect illustration of American parents. Take responsibility for the way we raised our kids. No, blame Canada, blame
Yeah,
Canada.
this is true.
Somehow you
And
fucking ruined it.
Donald Trump is one of those people. He's one of those children.
Yeah, he's something.
Maybe he's Cartman or Kenny. Couldn't he be Kenny?
He could.
Yeah, Trump reminds me more of Cartman. Whiny fat
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, but if he was Kenny, he would be dead.
Well, no, that's the problem. Like they actually talk about it in the Stick of Truth. Kenny is a freaking immortal. He can die as many times as he wants. He'll still come back.
You want me to send Raven the link?
Sure, why not?
It's always fun when Raven has the link. Her cat jumped on her keyboard earlier and sent me a message.
Did it type "save me"?
No, it typed no. Raven, I sent you the link to Connell's show.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Your eyes are
No,
gonna hurt you.
It's not that
because
I'm a
it's all-
nihilist. I just don't care.
I'm a fucking nihilist now. Look at this. Look at this.
What is that?
My
The
cup.
mug? Oh,
it's empty.
yeah.
How am I supposed to drink more water if there's no water in my cup? Oh, I know what I do.
Put more water in your cup.
I kind of wish I had a space for one of those. As it is, I'm gonna have to see about finding space for a coffee pot here soon.
It's just a water bottle, like the standard ones.
Oh no! What I mean is if you were to see my shed, you would literally be like, "Dude, how do you have space to live?"
Wait, you live out in your shed?
Yeah, he lives in a
Either
shed.
that or live with my parents.
It's a
I'm
cuck
stuck on my
shed.
mother's property.
Okay.
Yeah, you can buy another shed and just staple it onto the side and put some Bondo in between. Bond.
The question is how well are you at carpentry there, Bubba?
Yeah. Go on YouTube and learn how to use a saw. You know how to count to 12. Do that like 8 times, and you're okay.
Actually, I've seen some of those sheds. Wait.
Don't buy the Amazon one. It's only like 6 feet tall. It'd be like this to the ceiling.
Yeah, actually, I have people I like buying shed from. The people I bought the last sheds from. The shed I'm currently in from. Really good quality, even for a student made, which actually gave me a discount. And unlike a lot of places, I was able to do it in payments, which
That's nice.
unfortunately jacked up the price tag by 50%. But
Well, that's a
whatever.
lot. 50% is a lot.
Yeah, it is. I'll admit that. Probably the reason why I haven't gotten another one from them, but I still rather go through them because I can make payments, and
Yeah.
I know for a fact the quality is going to be better than like a Home Depot
Oh,
shed.
she's making a bourbon.
She is a bourbon.
That means it's time o'clock for Raven.
Bourbon clock. Oh man. So I did not know that you lived out in the shed. That if you were Canadian, hell, I might start calling you it anyways. But start calling you a bubble. Do you like cats? They're crafty gamer.
At a distance.
Good boy.
Mhm.
I get to say boy because he lives out in the doghouse. Boy, shed.
That's what I'm saying. He can be the American version of Bubbles.
Bubbles. Yeah, he doesn't have enough shopping carts. Hey, crafting bro, go
Yeah.
down to the grocery store and steal a shopping cart, and do that at least once a week for the next 3 years. Okay.
I like where I shop. Thank you. I don't want to get in trouble with them.
Yeah. Well, take it from somewhere else.
Bro, I don't usually shop at Super One. I mean, not Super One, but Safeway.
Do you have like
Yeah. Just go and get a stick of gum and steal a cart. The cart's $300 if you can find someone that will buy it.
Man, what you get is those old fashioned carts. Knock off the name of where it came from and break them down and start take them to a recycling center.
Well, all the carts.
Oh
You have to
yeah.
like find a way to remove all the plastic coating. Or the ones without the plastic coating. But no, those carts. What you want is a wire press, right? So you can like get the wire that they make those things out of, and then bend it into shape and make those fucking things. Because they sell for $300 to $350 a pop.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I've seen the making process. Other than a few very specific tools, it's not that hard to make.
No, I think you can figure it out. Just a bunch of wire jigs and bar stock. Yeah. But like I said, if you made like 10 of those pouches you make, you could sell them for like $60-$70 a pop on Etsy.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, people pay that kind of stuff for handmade leather goods. And if you got
that
like
actually,
a leather sewing machine,
yeah,
yeah,
that actually sounds low because I've sold those pouches for more.
then sell them for more. Like,
Well, the problem is I've looked on Etsy. Even handmade leather goods, people sell for dirt cheap.
What you do?
Put them up there. Say
what I was about to say. What you do is you go to FetLife, make yourself an account, then advertise that you make ostrich leather cod pieces.
Yeah, and you just adjustable straps. You know how to make a belt.
Oh yeah.
Or just buy like nylon banding or whatever it is, and just it's only the cod piece that's leather. The rest is just learn how to put like a snap clap or whatever those fucking things are.
Down here.
Yeah.
It's a weird fetish, but there's people out there though.
Yeah, and you don't even need to be precise. Just make like a long cone, so the guy can put his balls in.
It would probably help for you put
into.
some kind of like felt in the bottom where the balls are, just for.
No. They like the coarse feeling.
Oh,
I don't know this for a fact,
Trust me.
but I'm gonna
Trust
go.
me, you also don't want felt after a while to rub you raw. Have you ever felt anything besides pool table felt?
No.
Your normal felt is very rough. Imagine something actually rougher than like around what you imagine wool to feel like.
Ooh, no. No.
Well, in that case, yes, because you know.
You know how bad you start sweating?
Yeah, but we're talking about freaks here. And fuck, Raven, how long does it take you to make a fucking cocktail?
It's 3 foot tall. It takes a little while.
What?
What?
It's in a
Yeah.
3 foot tall glass.
Oh yeah. Raven. She fills up. Oh, I can't lift it one hand at that angle. At the fucking 15-liter water jug. She can go one of those full of
You
bourbon.
just yeah. You just need to start hanging out with the guy who always has like a Jack and Coke in his hand.
A Jack and Coke or something?
Yeah,
Like Jack
because I'm calling him
Daniels?
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Oh yeah. We'll just get Raven a stick-on mustache.
Jesus. Do you have any idea what we're talking about?
Yes,
Traffic
I
Gamer?
do, because my friend made me watch the movie where the guy who was one of the trailer park dudes had just gotten into making growing marijuana, and the government just legalized marijuana. And he goes into the courtroom screaming, "This is unfucking fair! I just spent all my money into growing marijuana." Blah 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 blah. So they give him a license at the end of the movie.
Okay. Yeah, that Trailer Park Boys that's got to be
Can't
one of my favorite shows.
can't stand it, man.
You can't stand it.
No.
It was okay.
Well, you know, it's like most things. I think living in the States, I think Canadian humor is kind of, pretty good.
You know, one of the best Canadian shows ever made was Red Green.
Red Green. No, that's a show.
That is a show.
And the best part is the entire series is free on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, give me a second, guys. I got a phone call I got to take. Talk amongst
Yeah.
yourself. Don't get me kicked out.
Yeah, I get some water here.
So how about those nihilistic genocidal assholes that we race for now? I'm trying to say things that are slightly edgy, but that won't actually get Connell kicked off the show. So help me, man.
So back in World War II, when I was commander of the entire army, I told you should do as I said. Otherwise, I would turn you over to the SS.
There's probably a reason why I keep this as my icon. I don't know why, but it just seems appropriate in most situations.
Yes. I really wish it was a real picture, though.
It is a real picture.
He's not flipping anyone off, and
He's playing the finger, mommy finger, father finger, uncle finger, whatever. It's from a real episode.
oh, okay. You'll have to send me the clip later.
If I can find it again, I will. But
So
yeah,
it's a
no,
slip up. It's a slip up, and it's funny. Okay.
Yeah. Besides, if you actually look into the backstage of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he wasn't, I would say, vulgar, but he was also a potty mouth.
Was he?
Yeah. My understanding, I'm not saying that I'm right because the internet's never 100% right. My understanding is he cussed off camera quite a bit.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I'm just remembering lines from that stupid song now. Debbie does Dallas, but with dudes. What a twist. Oh.
I don't know who. I honestly, I don't know who gives it to show worse, us or his son.
No, trust me. Nobody gets it worse than I do.
I don't know. See, he could just like, hey, I don't feel like it, so I'm not gonna stream today, and get like
He never does that though.
Yeah.
He never does
Apparently, he does because he's not showing up.
that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Connell said you're gay. My speech to text did not say Connell properly. Let me just correct that.
I went to go see the new Captain America movie.
Why?
I was interested in it.
There's a new Captain America movie?
Oh yeah, Brave New World.
I like the book.
It was more.
Yeah, and don't you actually mean Captain Africa?
Hey! Now, Falcon was Captain America there for a while in the comic books.
Yeah, only because they wanted to do the Captain Africa thing.
Come on, guys, that's not even.
It's
Close
Captain
to
Africa. I like
I
that.
admittedly, my bigger issue is they made Captain America age normally when he should not have aged at that point.
And they did it specifically as a.
They
F
never
you.
stated that he was freaking immortal. He was just an ice for.
No. They actually say in a couple of the comics he ages at like 3 or 4 times slower rate than normal humans. He actually is going to be around for several centuries.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was interesting. It was more of an Incredible Hulk movie than it was anything else.
And I don't doubt. I mean, I've seen some of the commercials for it.
But I don't mind it. It was good. It's like picking. There's so many different variations of this.
I much prefer this.
She looks like she has a slight case of Down syndrome there, but whatever makes you
I'm
happy.
okay with that. Down syndrome.
I mean, she might be perfectly fine. I'm just saying, if you like it where they can't run away, I mean, I'm sure that's.
No, they don't want to run away. When they see what I'm offering, they don't want to run away.
They just fall over and laugh.
Sometimes. No. You are not that good at this. I will send you my instruction manual kit later. I have an online course you can take for $29.99, 30 in payments of $29.99.
Oh, I'm just being nice, Hoss.
Do you not hear how I talk to Shadwell? I am
you and
waiting
him
for
have
that
a very
guy.
special. You and him have a very special relationship. That who am I to, get in the middle of?
Our relationship is he makes gay porn, and I want him to stop making gay porn, and to try and save his soul.
And to stop trying to convince us to join him.
That too. I am sick and tired of getting the annual "I have a job available" email from him 3 times a day.
Yeah, and he tried to tell me to conquer my fears. Like, yeah, he ain't get me to that house that easily.
Yeah.
My
According to the song,
question
it's his
is:
basement. It's supposed to be his garage, but
Is
still.
he offering you more money than what the money that you're making now?
No, and even if he was, it wouldn't be worth it. He could be offering me 80 times what I make now. No, 180 times what I make now, and it would not be worth it.
Well, I've heard. I love the argument that everybody has a price. I'm just wondering what your price is.
$20 trillion per second.
Okay, that is a number. Highly unrealistic, but that is a
That's
number.
the purpose of that number. It is supposed to be
Okay,
highly
hypothetically,
unrealistic.
say he's got like Musk money,
No, it's not worth it.
and he
Gay
offers
sex,
you that in
gay sex is never worth it.
Bitcoin.
I got Bitcoin already, like 3 Satoshi.
You don't have Hawk 2 Bitcoin?
Why would I buy an obvious pump and dump?
Eh.
I pump and dump. I don't get pumped and dumped.
Well, Shadwell might have a different opinion on that.
He said, I get a fucking form letter to fill out 3 times a day. I don't actually get a form letter for any of you tards out there. Just saying. I know Connell's audience.
Well, most of my audience is kind of your audience without the white trash Nazi feel to it.
What? I do not have any white trash. Nazis, yes. White trash, no.
Wait, I thought they were the same.
No,
I'm
they
sorry.
aren't.
I'm used to the American version of that nonsense.
Yeah, there are a lot of conservatards out there.
I know I'm in trouble when my Walmart runs out of tiki torches and
White polos.
white polos.
Hey, leave my white polo and khakis alone. They're over there somewhere. It was the dumbest fucking thing, that stupid Charlottesville thing. Oh,
Oh, trust me. There was a rally. I don't remember where here recently where a bunch of them showed up, and then they ran away because
wasn't real. That thing, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't. They weren't real. Hey, it's Raven. Were you
Hi.
just doing a lot of coke? You were just
No,
doing a
I'm
lot of
blowing
coke.
my nose.
Yeah. It looked like you
Well,
were
that certainly
doing a
looked like a
bump.
Coke crystal to me.
Yeah, it looked like you were doing a bump.
No, just a tissue.
Yeah.
hey, no judgment from here.
Oh, if you're doing coke, I'm going to judge you.
I forgot to
Hey.
turn off YouTube on the computer here. Let me do that. So
Okay. Yeah, you gotta do that.
no.
Still, Sprite Shadow's not here.
Yeah, I told him you called him gay and everything. He didn't show up.
I know. He's not here to defend himself.
Nah,
Let's see
you
here.
know my policy.
There we go. Okay. I was listening on YouTube and I forgot to turn off YouTube before I got on the live stream here. So sorry about the echo.
There was no echo.
Right?
You know my policy. If I'll say it to your face, I will say it behind your back.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You know, I have not said anything
Well-
here that I would not say to Shadow's face.
Well, actually, technically, Justin, your policy is if you'll say it behind someone's back, you'll say it twice in front of their face.
This is true. This is true. If I'll say it behind your back, I'll make up a song and play it to your face.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Connell?
He's got
Just
cancer.
yeah, but that's besides the point. I'm good. You?
Good. Freezing my buns off. Oh my god, it's like 9 degrees here, and I've got a heater to put together here. I still got it in the box behind me. So, it's awful.
Why do you need a heater? Just put a cat on your leg or something.
They are warm. They are good for that, I'll say.
Yeah, wear them like long johns.
Yeah, I literally kind of did the other night. I had 3 of them in my lap, and
You finally
one of them
skinned your
wrapped
cats?
on my neck.
Oh yeah,
No.
you know how warm a cat fur coat would be.
I would be really warm, actually.
Yeah.
Well, they used to have Angora sweaters when I was back in high school. I don't know if they still make them or not, but they're really popular then. And they came from a cat, the Angora cat.
Mm-hmm. You could probably make those. You could probably get like a cap brush and
Well,
because-
Angoras are really super long haired.
yeah. Well, it would just be a less dense sweater. I think you could do it. And Connell, whenever people ask you how you're doing, you gotta start just answering. I have cancer. It's very awkward and nihilistic. Just up your alley.
I'm not a nihilist. I hate to break it to you.
Doth protest too much.
I need to look this up. How do you spell that? Nihilist.
Ah, if you say so. You don't know what a nihilist is?
I've heard the term before. I just don't know exactly what that is. And I'm going to look it up.
It's a political philosophy. It means
That,
you don't
that
believe
reminds me
in
of the
anything.
that reminds me of the old game with Raven.
The
Hey Raven, do you
rejection
know what?
of all religions and moral principles. It's perfect
Well,
for
I'm
you.
Catholic, so that takes that religious part out.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
don't believe.
Justin. Justin's the nihilist. Yeah,
I have many principles.
yeah, moral principles. This is moral principles.
I have many moral principles.
I doubt that. You might have some
I
principles.
firmly
but
believe all
moral
pedos.
is pushing it.
I firmly believe all pedos need to be exposed to white phosphorus. And if that's not moral enough for you,
Okay, well, we'll go with that. Now I'm not done yet. There's more. This is and the belief that life is meaningless.
see, I don't
Oh,
believe life is meaningless. It has a
I
great
am.
meaning.
I believe there's a meaning to life. I just yet to figure out what the fuck it is.
The first among
There-
all meanings, the first among all meanings in life is to not participate in Shadwell's sick, perverse gay porn.
No, the meaning of life is simple. 42.
And 42. But first among them is do not participate in Shadow's sick, perverse gay porn.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, there's a historical definition. It says the doctrine of an extreme Russian Revolutionary Party,
Yeah, called communists.
1900, circa 1900, which found nothing to approve of in the established social order.
Oh, it's just a bunch of Russians
Meaning
making a noise.
skepticism, maintaining that nothing in the world has a real existence.
Yeah.
Here we go. Synonyms: negativity, cynicism, pessimism, rejection, repudiation, and renunciation.
Yeah.
All right,
guy
I
up
admit
here-
that I could be considered a cynic. But have you seen the fucking people that's running this world?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. I denounce them all the time. Them and their stupid little hats.
Oh my god, how have you not been kicked off of YouTube?
I don't know. I speak truth to power. Like the leftists say
You
I'm
speak
supposed to.
something. It's
So,
kind
Kathy,
of
how are
brown
you
and
doing?
comes out of a cow's ass.
That's see nihilism again.
No.
I think you are the nihilist.
Wrong way.
Ah,
everyone.
I'll think
Yeah,
it's you.
I,
Oh, so what's the agenda of this live stream that we are 33 minutes into?
I just want to smoke a cigar and talk some bullshit. Not racist, religious hating bullshit, but I did invite you, so I get what you get.
Hey, I don't hate religion. I hate Zionism. Wait, no, that's the new religion organized. by
The
the Jewish
Zionists
people.
and Judaism are two separate camps.
Yeah. You keep listening to the propaganda, Raven.
Well, that's what I was always taught.
They want you to believe that. That way they can get you arguing in circles over things while they kill all their neighbors.
Oh, okay.
America.
The slave.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I just smile and nod and raise my daughter and wondering what the fuck do I get myself into on a daily basis.
So Connell, do you want to pop on the first episode of the Gilmore Girls right now? Or we can watch it?
No, I do not, because I'm going to be going to bed as soon as I'm done with a cigar, so I can be at the doctor's office too fucking early.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be super horny when he goes to bed.
Yeah. Show can do.
I've never seen the show, so I'm just making a status from it.
The show's kind of weird in that sense. In the very beginning, Mom is incredibly fucking hot. Then towards the end of the show, it's Mom and a daughter is really fucking hot. And now she's above the age of 18 in the show. I'm sure she's been.
She was.
She started that show.
Alexis Bledel is 4 years older than I am. So she was
Right.
always really hot for me.
I always thought the mom had it going on.
You ever watch the Gilmore Girls, Raven?
Long time ago. Maybe once or twice.
And you call yourself female.
I like
I didn't watch this. I really, honestly, don't watch a lot of. I don't watch any TV now. But even when I had a TV, I didn't watch much of it. And if I did, it was on something like the History Channel or A&E or Sci-Fi.
fair enough.
What channel was the History Channel?
56.
I thought that was the Hitler Channel.
It really was there for a long time.
For a long time in the afternoons. Yeah, it was nothing but World War II stuff and Hitler stuff. Oh, God, it was so depressing. Right at lunchtime till like 4 o'clock or so. Yeah, thank God they changed all that. But then they started putting people on like the exterminator guy. He was funny, though. And then the alligator people, the ones that hunt alligator. What's that called? Swamp
Swamp people.
Swamp people.
people.
Then it became the Pawn Stars.
Oh, yeah, Pawn Stars.
So things that aren't history.
Well,
right.
Pawn Stars, though, Pawn Stars would have a lot of historical things that would come in for appraisals. Paintings, artifacts. Oh, they had a vampire hunting kit that was really cool. That supposedly belonged to, Abe Lincoln's general. What's his name? The Union Army. Who was the guy?
Grant.
Grant. Yes, they belonged to Grant.
Grant
They
owned a
actually had a
vampire
business.
hunt.
That's what they made that movie after. They fictionalized a lot of that was in the movie, but that was actually based on the fact people truly believed in vampires, and they had these vampire hunting kits. And they brought one in to the Pawn Stars. It was the coolest thing. It had, the neat little bottle, Victorian looking full of water, and it had the, oh God, had all the stuff.
Now, do you think it's that they believed in vampires, or that was the version of like an anime action figure of the day?
No. This was a literal antique that was authentic.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You know those anime action figures that they got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it was like the version of that? So somebody made like one of those for Bram Stoker's book, but it was a vampire hunting kit. Like I could see that.
No,
you like Bram Stoker? Buy a real authentic vampire hunting kit. So you can put it on your shelf and go, I got a vampire hunting kit. I'm cool.
They took that shit seriously back in the day.
I got an action figure of Sasuke. I'm cool.
Have you ever seen any of those graves that they've unearthed? They're all over the world where they've got a brick in the jaw of the dead person. There's a skeleton.
Yes, I know.
That was because that was believed to be a vampire, and they would shove that.
Yeah, but that person actually just had like a stroke or something. They were in a coma. It was like, they'll wake up and die, or they won't wake up and we'll have to feed them for the rest
of the day. Or they'll wake up entombed 8 feet under.
Yeah, and then die because they're underground. Or they
won't they've unearthed some stuff where they've been scratching at the thing and they're, ugh. That's, okay, you know that term Saved by the Bell? There for a while, that was happening quite often, and they would tie a string to the deceased person's index finger and then run that string all the way up to the top and then attach to a bell. And you'd hear that bell ringing that they'd hurry and dig them back out, And that's where that term comes from. So how morbid. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Can you imagine waking up in a coffin and know you're buried and you're alive and you're like...
Yeah, problem with that is most of those were sold in civilized places, and most civilized places back then embalmed you. There was no chance of you ringing that bell if you've been embalmed.
Well, true. This is for, a lot before that.
Yeah. Well, Raven, if you want to know what it's like to wake up buried underground, just send me your address and I'll run to U-Haul and be right down there.
I don't want to experience that. I can imagine the horror, the absolute abject horror that would be. I really need to.
I'll drive down to Arizona where you live.
So you don't even have to go all the way down there, Justin. All I have to do is mail Raven a catnip sprayer, so when she opens it up, it sprays her. So as soon as she gets back to the house, she'll just get swamped by her cats.
Yay!
Buried alive.
Raven, do you want to know what it's like to be eaten alive by cats?
No, thank you. No. That'd be gross.
It's how you're going out. You know that, right?
No, it's not how I'm going out. No.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. You're
Not
going to fall down one day and break your hip because you're like 90. And the cats are going to be like,
Oh, God, that's awful.
it's dinner time.
There was actually I read it years ago. There is a small percentage of people or cat owners that end up getting eaten by their cats because they die and no one knows that they died, and so the cats come
They're starving.
so they start eating the cat, eating the person.
Yeah. We had a case like that in my hometown. And it's a very small town. And an elderly woman, same thing, had died, and no one knew. She didn't have any family or anything. Finally, somebody at church missed her 2 weeks or a month or so, whatever. They went to the house, and the coroner got sick and passed out.
I would get sick and pass out
Well,
too.
hopefully the family got to eat the cat in revenge.
Because the coroner was a good friend of my dad's, and was telling us about it one night at dinner, of all places. Like, never mind, I'm no longer hungry. But yeah, that happens. But they're animals. They're starving. What are they going to do?
Yes, but you
Get a bowl of
didn't
cereal?
learn the lesson.
No.
You didn't learn the lesson of the story, Raven, and that is do not own cats.
I love cats.
Or if you do, you max it out at 1.
Well, hey, I got a soft heart. What can I say? My grandmother.
No, you don't. No, you don't have a soft heart. You let animals bully you.
No.
You're like Shadow and me calling him gay, but it's Raven and cats.
My grandmother always took care of the alley cats. We would go out. We'd take the scraps from dinner from Saturday night. I always spent time with my grandparents, and so after dinner, we went out to the alley and fed the cats. And we fed them in the wintertime. We had bird feeders and all that stuff, and that was a neat thing. Just, we always took care of the animals. And I just done it. I've been happy to do it. It's not so fun picking them up off the road when they get hit by the cars. Sometimes that's tough on me. That's really hard. Yeah. But, I kind of had live and let live. I can't surrender an animal knowing it's going to be euthanized. I can't do it. It's not within my constitution to do so.
Well, it would be much better instead of that if you turn them into like a fucking Snuggie. Just like,
into a what?
You are sick.
a Snuggie. Just like skin. Like,
Oh,
8
okay,
or
that's
9
what you
of them,
said.
Oh my God.
And
Lord
square
help
out the hide and
Might
stitch
be
them
wrong.
together.
Yeah.
Let's say turn them into something useless, just like a really stupid coat.
Snuggie. Don't listen to him. It's okay. You're safe. Don't listen to him.
For now. Until she gets the arsenic put in the cat food.
So what kind of dog do you have?
I have a Shih Tzu something else mix.
Wait. You're bitching about her having cats, but you're rocking with a Shih Tzu, the dog version of a fucking needy ass cat.
I don't have 35 of them. Connell. I don't have
one's
35 of them.
One's enough.
Mine doesn't bark. Mine doesn't try to eat things that are part of me.
Oh, give it time.
That's what it's called.
If the dog was left there with you and you died and there was no one to come feed it and it couldn't get to anything else, it would eat you. Dogs would do the same thing.
Maybe.
Dogs have actually been known to starve to death before eating their masters.
Yes.
Don't eat
Some breeds.
Some.
Like a
And
golden
they're
retriever
more likely
probably
to
would.
eat other dogs. If
But-
you have like 3 or 4 dogs, they're more likely to eat the other dogs than they are to you. Are you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they would probably go for
And
that.
on top of which, they're not likely to knock me over at 2 a.m. when I'm trying to get a bowl of cereal.
I call
And go-
bullshit.
Where I could see Raven's
Well-
cats being like, I can't find any mice, so I'm gonna just
Well-
eat the fucking
Well,
weirdo.
because you don't exactly have a real dog and you could step on it and not trip. Yeah, okay, it will not knock you over.
It's a half breed, so it's a
I
little
mean, the
bit
Shih
bigger.
Tzu is like what? Like a
It's a
the
Shih Tzu
ugly
something
cousin
else.
of a fucking Chihuahua.
No, they
No.
look more like a mop.
No.
Yeah.
Shih
The
Tzu looks
purebreds look
better
like
than
a
those
mop.
crackheads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shih Tzus are
Hey,
attractive.
I don't
It's
know.
like a cute little
I'm not
mop.
a big fan of Chihuahuas, but I've seen actually
Shih Tzu?
Chihuahuas take out a fucking rat. Where I've seen the Shih Tzu just run away from everything.
Mm-mm.
I can't believe that a Chihuahua actually, they say all dog breeds come from the Canis lupus wolf. And I just can't see how in the hell. What did they
Someone
breed?
managed to crossbreed it with an actual rat.
Yes, so.
No. The original breed is Shih Tzu before the British got their hands on it and bred it into docility. Were actually used as killing animals.
What? Really?
Yeah, they would have little cages. The Chinese emperors would have little cages under their arms and their robes, and they would sit there and they'd do the fucking Dragon Ball Z thing with them. They'd jump out and attack. There'd be one in each arm.
Are they kind of the inspiration behind the Shishi dogs?
I have no idea what a Shishi dog is.
They're the statues. One is smiling and one is growling, and they put them facing the entrance to any important.
Oh, those are food dogs.
No. Those are in Tibet, not in China.
Yeah, those are.
Like
what the
one's
fuck?
always crouched,
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're
and then the
talking
other one's
about.
always sitting up, and they're together, paired,
Yeah,
and they're facing the
China,
door.
probably. You'd have to.
I won't get that breed that Dresden has in the books.
Yeah, that's just not real.
Well, it's a real dog. It's just not a food dog.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to look into that.
Chow dogs are also from China, aren't they? Chow. They're a good looking dog. They're a
Yeah.
guard dog. They
You know,
guard the-
I just realized the dog we should send Raven. It's one of those
Right.
dogs that are like
We
China
need to send
or
her a
something.
pit bull.
No,
We can eat all those fucking cats. Then we can have the vet.
That
come
will
pick us up.
get rid
No.
get rid of her
my
cat.
dog
neighbor's
that
got
grows
a
is
pit
big.
bull, and he's scared to death of the cats. It's hilarious.
No. I'm talking about the dog that gets as big as a horse. Very rare
Massive?
breed now, but
Oh, the
they have all the
greyhound,
cats
the
gone in a week.
Irish wolfhound,
No.
bigger than that.
These things were the inspiration for a Pokemon. They are a big, very hairy dog.
Oh,
Grand Pyrenees, probably.
I think that might be the name.
what was that red dog? It was the kids' book. They made a
Okay.
movie out of it.
Oh,
Clifford.
Gojo?
The Clipper, or Clifford.
I don't know.
Yeah, Clifford. You're right about that.
I'm
You
trying
don't
to
know
think of a
Clifford?
dog.
You don't know Clifford the dog?
Clifford, the big red dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was somewhat part of my childhood. I didn't really pay much attention to those books.
It grew the size of a house. They made a live action movie of it like a decade ago.
Oh yeah, I remember them making
I hope
it,
I hope he ate somebody.
or crapped on somebody.
Yeah,
Then you could sell in Germany.
Clifford.
The Pyrenees dogs, those are really good natured dogs. They're huge. They're like a small pony. My best friend's dad would bred them for a time.
I know the dog off of the Pokemon was based off the food dogs, but what breed it was outside of what real life breed it was out of that I
Oh no,
couldn't tell you.
I'm talking about
I'm
the
not familiar
growly
with
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
the flaming fire dog.
Yeah,
one
that's the
that
one I'm
turns
talking
into an
about.
actual horse. Oh really? So
Yeah.
well, those were based off the dogs that get to be the size of a fucking horse that you can literally ride.
I know, like Tibetan,
Tibetan.
Tibetan. What was it? Massives get fucking huge.
Yeah, they do. The not the pit. Is it pit bull? What's the other one? It's very similar to pit bull. My mind's drawing a blank. I think it begins with an R. Rottweiler.
Weiler.
Those were bred by the Roman army, I believe. Wasn't that the Romans? Had them
Hey,
fine.
speaking of Shadow skipping out on my show, he says he might not be able to make it tomorrow. He's got stomach problems.
Yeah, he's real sick right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got Trump lung.
It's all the cock.
Yeah, the Trump lung.
Yeah, he's got a stomach full of spunk.
Oh, there you
Here-
go, Justin. You really want to get Shadow on the channel? Tell him that Connell keeps talking shit about.
That's what his response was to me telling him that Connell was talking shit.
Oh no, it's specifically telling me he's talking shit about Trump. That'll get Shadow up here in no time.
Well, historically, America has blamed everything on the president. It doesn't matter who's in office. If there's a hurricane off of fucking Florida, it's the president's fault. If there's an earthquake in California, it's the president's fault. If there's a school shooting, it's the president's fault. Everything is always the president's fault. It's just
Yeah, this
How
time it's
heavy that-
actually his fault.
what?
This time it's actually his fault.
Well, COVID was actually his fault too, but that's besides the point.
Well, people before him, but he
No,
dealt with it weird.
COVID happened on Trump's watch.
Yeah, well, it happened on his watch, but the things that set it up were,
Either way, we always, as Americans or just people in general, blame the persons in charge. So if that is the case,
you always blame the people in charge. Shit
right?
should
I'm
go
calling
up,
this
not down, except for in the toilet.
right. I'm bouncing between Trump lung or Trump cough.
Yeah. I think it's Trump AIDS.
God.
Trump
That's
AIDS.
most appropriate, given what I heard was Trump cock.
Yeah, it's Trump cock.
Yeah,
Not cough.
not big enough to actually gag on, but still enough there to make it cough.
Yeah, well, it's just he won't take it out. He won't take it out of your lips. It's not in your mouth. It's just in your lips. It doesn't go
honest-
past. Like he puts his balls on your chin, but the cock doesn't go past your teeth.
And to even this out, I wasn't, for those, well, you Democrat, you must love Biden. I hated Biden as well.
Well, there's nothing to hate Biden over. You'd have to there'd have to be a person there to hate.
That's fair. Either way, as I've said to multiple different people, I hate both parties. Endlessly hate both fucking parties.
Well, I hate their handlers. Right?
Yeah.
When I'm upset at a puppet show, I don't start punching the puppet. I start punching the puppeteer. Just
So
saying.
are you going
So you
to start
start punching
punching?
the puppet.
So you're going to start punching Musk?
Musk is not the puppeteer.
I mean, the real president of these United States.
He's not he's just another puppet. Ugh.
What cracks me up is everybody's getting mad at Musk for exposing all of this stupid spending rather than get mad at the people who were doing the stupid spending.
No,
Yeah.
there's a little bit. There's a lot of that, and I think that's funny. My favorite thing so far is they decided to fire everybody that works in this nuclear department. Well, the problem is those scientists that work in I can't exactly remember what what it's called, but those are the guys who actually made sure the nuclear weapons and all that didn't fucking blow up because of storage. Now they're sending out mass emails. No, please come back. Please come back. We didn't mean to fire you.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people are just like, Not showing back up on work on Monday because you fired me on Friday. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the thing is that they're going ape shit, and they're being retarded about it because they don't know the difference between U.S. aid and the Department of U.S. aid, right? Like, cause the U.S. aid department specifically doesn't call itself that. It spells out the word AID, just to
Right.
distinguish the difference between like some department giving aid to oh I don't know Pikachu collectors. I don't know, just make up some shit, and the actual stuff that department does, and like you get people saying, "Well, look, this guy's collecting U.S. aid for his non-for-profit uh, dildo manufacturing company." And it's literally stuff that's stupid, Raven. Uh, so it's good that we cut off all funding to U.S. AID. Well, USAID wasn't giving that department funding. Some other agency was.
I'm going to put a $20 trillion laptop in front of you, and you have the basic understanding of a flip phone, and now you get to play with the computer. That's what fucking
Well,
feels like.
it's also like, okay, you're going to audit things, but then the agencies say, well, we don't have to give you the information to audit in the first place, which is kind of like not like the president did order an audit to these agencies. So,
Yeah.
you know, and if you're going to say you don't have the right to audit my agency because you're operating under the instructions of the president, I'm going to turn around and say you don't get funding anymore. Like, it just makes sense.
Oh yeah, everything. I believe that there should be some transparency between the public and the government. But at the same time, there's a reason why the ad is not everybody wants to know how the sausage is made was coined.
Well, I do understand. Like, why are you giving like a trans acknowledgement funding to like Qatar or some shit like that, right? Like,
Right.
what was it? Any of your business, one way or the other? Let alone, why are you like walking around telling people that it's hate speech to call an apple when you should be calling it an orange? You're muted, Raven. Okay, she's talking to someone else.
I mean, I don't know. I just saw a video earlier today saying there was a Bigfoot sighting here in Illinois. I'm like, fuck, I'm done.
Yeah, there was a guy in a fur coat.
No, that was Connell drunk.
I am not
Shrieking
that
down the
fucking
street
furry.
naked.
Hate to break
Yeah.
it to you.
Take credit for it anyway. You should do that. You should just like call up the news and say, "No, that was me, you asshole. I'm not that hairy."
The foot was like what 14 inches, and my feet are like 10. Well, technically I wear 11 size because I'm flat footed. I like the
Yeah,
space.
Same
But
here. Wide. I like the wide.
yeah.
11 wide.
I have a girthy foot. What can I
Sorry
say?
about that.
Yeah, you want to see it? It's right there. Oh,
Ah!
it's dirty shit,
What?
dude.
What was that?
He's
That was
trying to get me to start an OnlyFoot page.
that was the bottom of my disgusting crusty foot because I've been walking around barefoot all day.
Did I hear you say that there was a Bigfoot sighting in Illinois?
Yeah.
Where?
Fuck if I care. I'll send you the video.
In Illinois.
Yeah, I know.
In Illinois.
Illinois.
What?
It's in Illinois.
Yeah,
We do have woods. I will make
yeah,
the
lots
argument.
of woods. Lots
we
of
can-
woods.
Yeah.
We have
The-
some woods.
The,
but
the
we
woods
mainly
in
have
Illinois.
soy. We mainly have soy and cornfields. So unless he is hiding out in the corn stalk in the middle of winter, or the soybean fields in the middle of winter. Oh, and I'm sorry, horseradish fields in the middle of winter. Where the fuck is he hiding?
It's probably down here in the south because there's more woods down here in the state than up north.
Yes, there are more
About
woods in Arizona.
like
right?
5 hours. He's Chicago area, and then you go 5 hours south, almost to St. Louis, and that's where I'm at.
No, I'm in.
That's
freaking-
not the joke, Raven. You are in Arizona. Don't lie.
I'm not in Arizona anymore. I lived there for a little
No,
while.
no, you're still in Arizona. The joke is you're still in Arizona.
So what joke? I'm not privy to this joke. So
Yes.
this is newsflash to me.
That is the joke. The joke is that you think you're in Illinois.
Okay, if that's a joke, can I think I'm somewhere else?
No, you're not allowed to.
Oh,
Did I go through a portal?
Yes.
right.
The ley line transported me back to Phoenix.
No. No.
Actually, I
never
lived
left.
in Cape Creek. Cape Creek's just north of Phoenix, which was nice to be out of the city. A lot of old abandoned gold mines up in the hills.
And you weren't like secretly going in there and finding a hidden vein.
No, but I'll tell you what, I found a hidden base, some type of a military installation, and it's on a trail. It's called the Gojon Trail, hiking trail. And it wasn't very far from our house. And Dad and I took off on a Saturday morning really early because the sun by 8 o'clock in the summertime just gets brutal. And it was like 6:37 a.m. The sun's coming up, and it hit this side of this hill just right, that you could see that it was a fake. It was like a garage door, only a big, huge, domed garage door, for lack of a better word. I mean, what do you call them? But it hit it just right, so you could see that it was actually sectioned, had sections on it, and that it was.
Did you go up to it?
No. We would have to go way down into a valley and then climb back up on another hillside. And so I took some pictures of it, but I have no idea where they're at now. But it was
Of course they are.
had some type of a secret facility, we'll say. Not a base, but a facility. And the thing that would strike me every time I would go this trail, when you would look at it, it looked like it was an ocean floor. Like it was once all underwater, and just the way that the mesas are formed and the rocks and stuff. Glorious rock hunting, which I collect crystals and things like that, so you can find all kinds of groovy stuff out there. Lots and lots of quartz and a little bit of gold here and there, but it looked like an ocean floor that had just been drained. All the water.
Yeah. You see what I'm getting at is you should have been finding those little nuggets of gold and piling them up, then melting them down. It's very easy to melt down gold, and then taking them to the buy and sell gold place. And
I can
selling
do
them.
that now. I still have some pieces that I brought back with me from there. They're
Yeah.
little tiny though. They're so tiny, little flecks of gold.
Yeah. But if you're just walking around there doing that stuff anyway, you might as well be picking up little $12 pieces of gold.
Well, and whenever I found them, yeah, I even have the special pan that they use when you pan for gold. I got one of those too.
Yeah. Should have been out there panning for gold every day. You wouldn't be poor right now, being eaten by cats.
So what is this with Arizona? What is this joke about
I
Arizona?
don't know. I just make some shit up.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for something. I'm actually kind of bored of calling Shadwell gay all the time. I'm still gonna do it because it's fucking hilarious, but I need a little diversity in my diet.
Yeah. So
Where is
Oh,
it?
we'll start up a new joke calling Raven mother of Sasquatch.
Doesn't really work.
No.
We'll work on that though. You keep thinking of it. Sasquatch.
Oh, the sighting was in Wildlife Prairie Park,
Oh,
which
he was
is
looking
in
for
Peoria,
it.
Illinois.
that's north. I mean, where's Peoria on that? Is it like in the middle of the state?
How big
in the
is this
middle.
park?
Oh.
How big is this park? Because if it's like 5 acres, there's no way fucking Sasquatch is hiding.
I honestly don't know.
Oh, no, I'm looking right now.
Telling you, Connell was out there in his fucking house coat.
I was not.
God, what did we ever do before Google, right?
You just made shit up. That's where all the
Haven't-
conspiracy theories came up.
All right, I
Literally,
just
that's
sent
what
it
people
to you.
did.
It's
I
in
just sent
Central
you-
Illinois.
Yeah, I just sent you the clip on Discord there, Raven.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Now you can't say I haven't done anything nice for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got something to do on your show. Did you figure out what the hell was going on with that YouTube channel?
My YouTube
No,
channel?
no,
No, Raven.
no. I was thinking what I'll do. I got it downloaded, the video. Somehow, make a long story short, kind of bring you in on this. YouTube somehow, either YouTube or the producer at the radio station created another channel for the same name for Raven's Rabbit Hole for my show, rather than the one that I had already established that I've had for a while. So, I can't get that video to post on, and that my previous one has subscribers on it, and then I got new ones on this new post
Yeah, but there's only 7
get
people on the
them,
new one,
you know.
so
merged together. So I got it downloaded, so I think I'll just cancel that channel out, and I'll just have to put a note somewhere, and I'll make an announcement tomorrow night. You know, if you subscribed under that channel for that day, you'll need to resubscribe because it's been lost.
there was only 7 people on there, so
Well, hey, it's 7 people.
yeah.
It could be worse. You could be Bruce right now and somehow get kicked off of Discord.
Yeah, well,
How do you get this? How do you kick off this? What do you do?
I don't
Because
think
we
he
tell
did
someone
anything.
hacked his account.
Yeah, I think
What?
somebody hacked his. Yeah, I think his account got hacked.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he opened some malicious email or something.
Oh, geez.
I just don't think it was very nice of Justin to hack Bruce's email. That's all I'm saying.
I would never do that. Twice.
You're
in
trying
a
to
month.
get into Shadwell and somehow you end up in Bruce's.
I would never do that to Bruce.
Yeah.
It scares you a little bit.
No. He's just so like his own worst enemy.
Yeah. I like Bruce.
Yeah.
I've known him for years. Me and him are technically Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo brothers.
Who did you both fuck?
A young lady named Priscilla back in the day.
Priscilla. That just sounds like a name with disaster attached to it.
Is that
Kinda.
what the meaning is of Eskimo brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
tunnel buddies.
Okay.
Our tunnel buddies.
Okay. That is-
You don't do it at the same time, obviously.
No, well,
You-
you can, but
You
we didn't.
can. Don't.
There was no trip to Paris.
I tell you, I learn something new and perverse every time I'm with you guys. That makes
Hey,
sense. Okay.
Raven, I got a question. Raven, I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right, so you know, roosters, right? Black cocks, big black cocks, right? 2 of them. Imagine 2 of them are on a fence. So you got 2 black cocks on the fence. How many wings do these cocks have?
Together combined? 4.
Yes, 4. How many beaks?
2.
How many talons or feet?
How many?
Feet. How many feet?
4.
4. How many whiskers does a white pussycat have?
22.
Sure, why not? Well, the joke
Cats have
is
22 whiskers.
okay. Well, you're like the one of the few people that actually fucking know. Most people say I don't know. So the joke goes. So you're telling me you know more about black cock than you do about white pussy.
Oh. Okay.
But I just happened to bounce into the right person who can honestly tell me there are 23 whiskers on a
22.
motherfucker.
22.
No, 23. They have an odd number.
It's 23 if they have a catnip.
Yes, it's 11 each side, and they are they're kind of like a second set of eyes for them. A lot of people think that they have really good eyesight, and they don't. But they are able to sense things with those whiskers. That they're so super sensitive. It's amazing.
I've read that if
That's
the
why
cat
you
can
always
get to-
cut them off.
No, don't ever do that, and don't ever pull them.
Hey, Glenn. Yeah, I tried. I just
Friends
happened to
with
bounce
people.
into the person that actually knew the fucking answer. Because if I just subscribed to Gamer, he would, yeah. Well,
No,
shit.
he tried this on me, and I just started giving him statistics on black cock.
Yeah. It's a good joke. It really is a good joke.
Yeah,
It-
but I knew it, so I figured I'd go the other way.
22. Fuck.
Well, hi, Glenn. You made it to the chat room. Cool.
Yeah.
Man. So
No.
I have to. There's a huge cemetery here in Peoria, over there in Peoria, called Glen. What is it called? Anyways, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's a huge old fucking cemetery. And somewhere in it, there's this area called the Witch's Circle, where there was a witch, supposedly a witch buried there, and all the goth and emo kids hang out there. Apparently,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a grove? Circular grove?
no, it's just there's like a tree that has a cement circle around it. There's some graves in it, and on the other surrounding it's just an open plain. I mean, there's open field. There's no grove.
Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cemetery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Glendale Cemetery or something like that.
Yeah. You know what you do with the goth kids? You start reading them lines from Anne Rice novels. You're late.
They're reading what?
You know what a goth is?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I said, you know what you do with the goth chicks is you fucking read them lines from an Anne Rice novel, then you get laid.
After he bathed them.
Yeah,
Or Edgar Allan Poe.
yeah, they're not literate enough to know Poe.
Twilight.
That's the college level goth chick.
And goth chicks don't go to college.
That is also not true.
That's not true.
They get bullshit degrees like liberal arts, but they do go to college.
Underwater basket weaving.
Or become teachers or therapists. Have you ever thought about taking the blue pill? Why? Is the red one made out of hemlock?
Oh, I used to hang out by the goth club. Pick up Raven's here. I won't finish that sentence.
Shit.
I used to eat lunch with the some were goths and some were like the drama club.
Drama kids are interesting.
But I ran with the rock and rollers and the rebels. But I got tired of listening to who screwed who. Over
When
the
did you
weekend.
when did you graduate? When did you graduate high school there, Raven?
85.
85, okay.
The year I
A
was
million
born.
years ago.
You were born in 85?
40 years ago.
Oh my God.
You
Feel so
graduated high
old.
school 40
Oh my
years
God.
ago.
You'd be my son. Oh God.
With my ex-wife, I'd always ask her, like, hey, love. She's like, yeah, what were you doing back in 92? She's like, graduating high school. What about you? I'm like, I was in the second grade.
Really?
Married older.
Oh, I can't. There's like only one woman that I've ever been attracted to that was younger than me. I don't really get along with women my own age. I've always done better with women that are older than me
Mm-hmm.
because I've always been a tad bit more mature than the average,
Oh yes, absolutely.
But that's like, what, 7 years?
Yeah.
10 years? 10
yeah.
years?
I did too. I ran with an older crowd too. I was an only child, and so I think there's something.
That's where I get in trouble because technically, by the numbers, I am technically a millennial by generation stats. But most of my friends are Gen X. My personality, says Justin and a few other people, is Gen X. I am that weird.
You're a fucking nihilist, you nihilist. At least you're not gay, so it's okay.
Yeah. The whole idea about dating a guy just seems like a pain in the ass.
You guys are a pain in the ass. All
Uh,
men are a pain in the ass to varying degrees.
You know
All
the
but
greatest
sex is
majority of,
gay.
you know the greatest majority of domestic violence happens between lesbians, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
Also, you
Why
know,
would I know that? I'm not a lesbian, so I would not know that information.
of all the sexual orientations, who do you think has the less sex?
The least amount.
The least amount, yeah.
Uh, hmm.
Let's just say their domestic violence rates are pretty high.
Yeah. Lesbians have the least amount of sex, I've been told. Gays have the most amount of sex, and normal cats are just like, I try, but my wife keeps telling me no. I got a headache. That's funny. Here's a bottle of fucking aspirin. I'll give you 20 minutes.
Had a headache for 5 years, right?
You know, they say
Yeah.
sex is supposed to take away headaches.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
That excuse didn't work. I'm like, hey.
That's in a medical journal. I mean, that's
I know.
medical
Yeah.
rule.
That's what-
Not just a line that guys try to,
Well,
pass off as fact. It's really a fact.
What's that
Yeah.
fucking medical journal? Hopkins or whatever. Just you can go and spend the $600 and get a copy of that. the medical textbook. It's just like fuck.
So,
Page
speaking of-
197. That shit don't count.
there was this guy named who goes by Fergus, and he was a
So he's Irish.
no, he was Sicilian, and he
So
did
he's
me.
Scottish.
He was Sicilian.
So he's Italian.
He's Italian. He's Italiano. Anyways,
He's Italian.
So he's English.
yeah. So he did there for a while, medieval reenactment, same as I do, right? And he dressed up as a Scotsman, and he's like, "Oh God, I got something in the eye," and he lift up his kilt, and he'd just be freeballing it, right? But he'd paint Little Willie blue, right? Little Willie was always painted blue. I never saw because I was gonna look away right at the I was like, I got some other. Nope, I never saw. So
Why did he paint it blue?
Braveheart.
Brave Dick. I don't know. I don't know. This girl, he did it once at one of these events I was at, and the girl just starts laughing, and he like drops his kilt, getting all kind of bashful because somebody's laughing at it. She's like, I'm not laughing at it because it's small. I'm laughing at it because it's blue. I'm like, oh.
I know somebody that
And
puts
small.
little hats on theirs and takes pictures.
That person needs to go to jail.
I didn't know you're friends with Ron Jeremy.
That person is in jail.
Sometimes it got a smiley face on it, little tipsy and bored. And
So this guy goes. This guy goes to a public bathroom, and he's taking the piss, right? And the guy leans over. This guy comes like, "Hey, I see that you and me got the same tattoo." He's like, "You have Wendy tattooed across your dick?" And he says, "No." And he stretches out. He says, "Welcome to Jamaica."
Oh.
Whoa.
I need to get out more. I'm actually in a good mood.
Find an outfit.
Either that or have your daughter filter your internet use.
Oh no. I'm sitting just in the picture. I saw
don't
this the other day.
I do not need a picture of a dick. If you send me a dick pic, bro, I will come down there and punch you in the blubber.
Okay, so tell me something. Why is it that this? I guess it started maybe with Michael Jackson. What is this fetish with all dance routines have the dudes sticking their hand in their crotch and thrusting a few times? What is
I
that?
don't know. I blame Elvis.
Did
He
Elvis
didn't
do
like
that?
to stick his hand. He didn't stick his hand
down.
down his pants, but his gyrations made you think.
What the fuck is this? Sea creature
Starfish
Hitler?
Hitler. It
Share
was
your
on one of those-
screen. Share your screen. What are you looking at?
I'm doing it right now. Connell sent me this. What the fuck you sending me this for, man?
I
What
want you to
is
use
that?
that an icon.
No.
What the hell is that?
It's Starfish Hitler.
Hitler.
Why?
Why not?
No,
Because
I mean, why would he, who thought of that? Who then said that would be a great thing to model that? And then let's take a picture of it. It's just
Okay, you know how Power
Oh.
Rangers originally came from Japan?
what came from Japan?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, right?
Power Rangers. Okay.
They had a couple other shows. There was like this one called something Mantis Rider or something like that. Anyways, it was off the Mantis Rider over in Japan where he was fighting Hitler Starfish.
why would they do that? Japan was on the same side as Hitler.
Well, Japan doesn't act like they did anything wrong, so take it up with them.
Is that an actual uniform at one point? Tell me no.
No.
Okay.
It's from a fucking TV show.
Oh, okay. Even that.
It would be waterproof though.
Well, it wouldn't need to be.
Is that waterproof? Nah, it drowned. That's how I came about getting
I
it.
think he looked more like a lobster, actually.
Lobster Hitler. It doesn't have the same ring.
It'd be
No, it
Lister.
Shih Tzu. Ooh, no. Shih Tzu Hitler.
Snow crab.
Shih Tzu Hitler?
Shih
That color was like orangey pink.
Chihuahua
Shih Tzu.
Hitler.
That's what a starfish looks like normally. That or blue.
Mine was like a tan color.
You know, and that would probably be the least gang looking picture of Hitler because you know he eats clams. Oh yeah.
Hitler was a vegetarian.
Not that one. He eats clams. Bearded clams.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what Ava and he were getting up to. I really don't want to.
A cyanide pill and a ejection of lead.
No, they left. They were in a U-boat. Went to. They were seen in South.
Nah,
Africa.
they killed themselves to prevent themselves from being
Well, they
tortured.
didn't.
by the-
Stalin
They didn't. And the
did tell-
skull that they said they had that the Russians kept in a shoebox for the longest time. Pulled that out and did a DNA test. It's not even a female skull.
Yeah.
It's not Ava.
Oh,
They
first
thought
of all,
Hitler.
first of all, you cannot trust the Russians.
Why
Yeah.
not?
They made up
They're
all
like
that stuff about camps.
They're like the Welsh. You don't trust the Welsh either.
Yes.
What's wrong with the Welsh?
They're Welsh.
The Welsh.
What's wrong with that?
Jinx. Jinx.
You owe me a Coke.
I said Jinx first. You owe me a Coke.
There's nothing technically wrong with the Welsh. It's just they're the easiest of people to pick on.
The Scandinavians.
The hardest language to learn.
Yeah,
That's why it's easy to pick on them. Because none of them know how to swear in their own language because they can't learn it.
Oh my god, I was at a trivia night at the lounge, and they're like, "What's the capital of Wales?" And I just wrote down a bunch of random fucking letters. Like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know, but that's how you spell it.
You ever see the road signs? It says something in English that's like four letters long, and then it says it in Welsh and it's like 400 letters long.
Yeah.
It's like stop.
Oh, Raven, are you Welsh?
No, she's Native American.
No, I'm Irish.
Are
and a
you
little
sitting on
French.
the Welsh flag?
But I have I worked for.
It is a good flag. They do have a good flag.
They have a
That
great.
is a good flag.
This is Uther Pendragon,
Right.
father of King Arthur, right?
In theory.
Anyway, his wife was Welsh and he was British, and they had this little pub, and I worked for them, and it was a blast. And I got to 10 bar and had everything on tap, Guinness and
And
Woodpecker cider was my favorite.
Why don't you work there anymore, Raven?
No, they left and went back to England, and I would probably still be working there. I had a great time as the bar wench, you know.
As a bar
I got to
wench.
drink on the job, and everybody there was, talked in an accent. They were, I mean, he drew anybody that had any British heritage came for miles to this place, and it literally felt like when you walked in, the way they decorated it and put the beams up across this thing, you felt like you were there in England, like you were no longer, in little Indiana, USA.
Well, as a proper Irishman, why the fuck do I want to be in England?
It's like, pull up. What the fuck are you sending me this shit for, man?
What is that?
It's a poor lady
Stumptown.
who is an amputee who's in Stumptown.
Oh my god! Oh god! Where do you find this stuff? Look at this.
On Google!
Oh my god!
Stumptown.
Oh shit!
You know you're laughing a little bit inside, Justin.
I'm not laughing inside. I'm laughing outside.
It's not funny, but it's
Yeah. Uh,
I
Generous.
didn't warn anybody. I should have said this earlier. Tonight, I'm in a fairly interesting, but I'm in a good mood.
yeah.
I got a cigar
That's
in one
good.
hand, really good root beer in the other one.
Am I the only one drinking?
I can't drink right now.
I
because
had water.
I can't drink because of the medicine I'm on.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll drink
Sure.
one for you then. How about that?
Drink
Wait,
one
does
for
Do
me
you have
as
to have
well.
money to be able to be an
Okay.
alcoholic?
That too.
Yeah. Raven would
Patty's
be a
Day-
billionaire if she wasn't an alcoholic.
No, no,
St.
no.
Patty's Day this year falls on a freaking Monday. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what that means, right?
What?
You need to take a Tuesday off.
Yeah, that's what that means exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not gonna be on it. Wednesday's gonna be a maybe, but Tuesday's definitely out.
Tuesday's definitely out. Yeah.
Yeah.
have to
I
play
need
a-
to schedule my holiday for
I'll send you some music you can play on
Tuesday,
the show.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'll be back next week.
That whole week is just gonna be a wash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking on my shift
Oh my
Monday
God, we
afternoon.
start out at 6 a.m. with Bloody Marys. So we were tanked by 10 a.m. The parade didn't even start until noon. And
That gives you a couple hours to sober up to go to the parade and start getting seriously sauced.
St. Louis
Okay.
does a really good parade and lots
Oh,
of
they do.
my
So-
favorite bar there is McGurk's and
McGurk's.
Bar.
The Gurks.
They have
You
bands
need that
and
Philly
stuff over.
cheesesteak to soak up those
Jerks,
Bloody
jerks,
Marys so you can
jerks.
start the beer round.
Come have a round.
And then we will go to either Guinness or Jameson's right after the Bloody Marys.
Yeah. So this was several years ago. I mean, several years ago. This is, let's see, I'm 40. So this is before I had a kid. So I'm going to say this is a long ass time ago. Anyways, I'm working at a job and they gave me St. Patty's Day off. And I'm like, woohoo! And I drank like a proper Irishman.
Good for you.
And I was supposed to be at work at 10 o'clock the next day in the morning. I didn't wake up until like 3. But, and I called the place and I'm freaking out. Oh, and I start, not crying, but crying kind of. They're like, why aren't you at work? I just found out my grandma passed away last night. And, well, you're going to bring in proof. I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. So I went and grabbed the newspaper, found some old Betty that looked like I could be slightly
Related.
looked slightly like, cut it out. Went in, let's see, went in not the following day, but the day after. Here's obituary. She's my grandma on my mom's side. And they're like, well, you have the next 2 weeks off for paid vacation. Okay.
Wow. Oh God, that's good. I never thought of something like that.
It would have been funny if the guy said, "No, that's my mom."
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't know we were cousins.
Cousin.
Now, do I feel
Oh my
bad
God,
about
Kevin, you
this?
did that. That's funny. That's really clever. That's clever.
Hey,
Sneaky.
this
Really.
mouth right here, this mouth gets me into more trouble than it's worth half the time. But it always seems to find a way to get me right back out of it.
That's something I think that it comes with being Irish.
The worst time I ever got drunk, I was out doing a construction job. It wasn't on the job, but they put us out in hotel, so we'd stay there for the weekend. It was in another city, and we're all drinking breakfast, and my uncle was there because he was the one that got me that job. They were drinking Canadian, the fucking beer. I can't stand that fucking shit. Tastes like just cardboard to me. So I reach out and I grab a bottle just like this one right here.
Absolute vodka.
Absolute vodka.
It was a brand new bottle. I opened it up, and I had the entire bottle done before my uncle was done his first beer.
Oh my God, some power drinking there.
Addy, 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 addy,
And
addy, addy,
what happened?
Then they sent me across to the other building to ask the guy to come over, one of the pipe fitters, if he wanted to join us for something. I ended up crawling across to the other building.
Because I spent most
Oh,
I didn't
and
even-
I drank it straight.
Ooh, you're a
Jeez.
hardcore.
Yeah.
drinking that slob water.
Yeah.
So what is
Straight
your
from the bottle.
heritage?
My mother is half English and half maybe Scottish or Irish, and my father is half French and half Italian.
Ah, okay. Cool.
How do you feel about Mussolini?
He could have done better.
How the hell am I not canceled? Anyways,
It's what happens when you live too much in the past and not enough in the future.
I live in the future. I just
No,
prefer reading
Mussolini. Mussolini.
about. Oh, yeah. Oh, not everybody can be Napoleon.
This is true.
Wouldn't a time machine be great?
No,
Yeah.
no,
It would be really good for me to have a time machine.
no. Yeah.
The world would be a much, much better place. A much more
I
peaceful
don't know if we
place.
could set you loose like that unsupervised. I'd have to go supervised.
If we were ever able to create,
I just give you a cat, you get distracted, so don't worry about it.
if we ever were able to make a time machine of any kind, I recommend it being like a TV, where you can go and view the past. You can't interact with it, but okay, George Washington did do this, or
Oh, I would want to be there to actually
no,
witness
there's
it.
too
But
many.
you can't. You have to
there's
stay
too-
in your little time machine. But
It's like
maybe roll down the windows, but just smell the air, and feel the.
oh god, no, it stinks.
And then when you bring something back that has been exterminated since then to now, we don't need a vaccination for it. Tens of thousands of people will die.
Oh, I didn't. Well, I didn't think about that. Okay, well, we'll put.
Yeah, well,
spring
go
stuff.
read the short story, The Butterfly Effect.
Oh,
Or watch
I
the
have.
movie.
I know what you're talking about.
it's like even walking out of the time machine is dropping a pebble in the water, not knowing which way it's going. The ripple effect is going to affect. It's a bad idea.
Well, there's
Better
also
yet-
the thought of the multiverse, and every time you have a major.
Better
decision-
yet, watch the movie Predestination.
Oh god, I still haven't forgiven you for that one. Actually, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was more mindfuck than. But you need to watch. I think it's on Tubi, isn't it?
No, I've seen it. It's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
I saw it. Oh, so speaking about movies, I need to get a hold of most of you guys back. But it's going to be every other Sunday. It's not going to be every Sunday. It's going to be every other Sunday. I'm
Oh,
trying
good.
to
You're going to do the movie thing again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Movie and a cigar. Well, a cigar for me.
You'll need to watch Cocaine Alligator at some point.
Count me out on that one.
Which one?
Cocaine alligator.
Oh
not
no, I'm
interested in
good.
that kind of stuff.
What is that?
It's a variation of cocaine bear or crack raccoon crack or
Black
whatever.
raccoon. I can swear mine are wrong.
They're actually making a sequel to Cocaine Bear. It's called Cocaine Shark, which is also going to be loosely based off a true story. Loosely, so loose you can see through it. Like Cocaine Bear, the first like 5 seconds of the movie is historically accurate. Accurate. It's everything after that. It just goes off the fucking rails.
Never heard of it before. Is there some bear that gets a hold of somebody's cocaine? Is that
What happens
Yeah,
in
that's the
real
premise
life?
of the movie.
In real life, this guy was flying over, I want to say
Someplace.
Kentucky, over Kentucky, and he was just dumping packs of cocaine off of the plane, right? Because the plane was going to go down. Then he jumps. Well, he jumps and his parachute does not open, so he falls, and he lands. Boom! Now there's all these bags of cocaine. Well, bears are naturally curious. They get it. The bear got into the cocaine, ate. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not going to tell you how much because I don't exactly. I don't exactly
copious
remember.
amounts?
At least at least a
Enough.
kilo was my
A
understanding.
kilo of it, and then the bear's heart explodes.
Oh,
That's the story. What Cocaine
Oh,
Bear
awful.
did was a bear got hold of the cocaine and went Jeffrey Dahmer. Just murdered everybody.
He went Freddy Krueger. It's a
I
psycho
went
killer.
Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. Jason Voorhees.
More-
Is this a
Maurice.
true story?
Well, not the psycho killer Casco Saint Bear, but the drugs out of the airplane's true.
Drugs
but
out
then
the airplane part is true.
Then the storyteller said, but instead of the bear dying, let's have him just kill a bunch of people. 'Cause
The bear
that's
became
fun.
the bear gained superpowers basically.
So I've been kind of joking around and slightly working on it. I've been writing a module. I don't know what I'm writing it for Pathfinder, and it will work for 5th edition because those are the two systems I know front to
What
back.
we need to do is stir up a Kickstarter, a GoFundMe, to get a camera and hire a bunch of like student actors and just fucking make a cheap ass movie in the woods somewhere with a bunch
I
of
think-
tits and violence because everybody buys that stuff. Even Raven.
I think I've seen this movie. It's called Blair Witch.
Yeah. Not that bad. More boobs. And then we put it on Tubi or whatever, because that's free to do, and they'll pay you. And then we'll all have money. And then
Well, we can
Kyle
always
can afford to buy more cigars. Crafton can afford a second shed. Raven can like buy some cat food, and I'll have $1 million.
How about if I buy another house that I can live in and they can just keep this one?
With the cats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe after the 3rd or 4th film, we need some seed money to franchise the sequel. Just pump out one every 3 weeks.
If I got a large
Weirdos in the Woods, 93.
Oh my god.
But we won't let Shadow in around it because we don't want to see any cops.
No.
Blue or otherwise. And Shadow would love to know that story about your friend there. He loves blue cock. It's true. Just ask him about the Watchmen sometime.
I have.
Oh, The Watchmen. Oh my god. That movie.
Did you watch the unedited version?
Yeah.
With the blue cock?
Yep.
Yeah. See? Shadow's favorite film.
Yep.
Were you
That's-
mildly interested and horrified all at the same time?
That scene was solely for the purpose of saying a man can make himself exactly what he wants to be, and this is what he wants to be, or some bullshit like. It's just basically
tall
saying
with a dong that's like waving in the wind.
Yeah. Well, I'd be honest with you. If I was the ultimate dude, I'd do the same fucking thing. I just walk around naked with my dog hanging out.
I can see you wearing a kilt.
Me? Nah.
I need to get a new kilt.
I wear pants or nothing. Those are my rules.
So
And
in
I
the
just
short,
happen
so
to
in
run
the
out of
summer he
pants.
doesn't go anywhere.
I also don't go anywhere in the winter.
I swear it was an Audi. I don't know how it became an innie.
I can't wear shorts. I always have to wear jeans because of all the woods
Janet?
and cats scratching. Come up on you. When I'm trying to make food in the kitchen, it's just yeah. I just keep jeans on. My legs from being shredded. Yeah.
Tell ya, if they were all dead, you wouldn't have that problem.
I don't want them dead. Why are you always talking about me?
Cats are
Like
evil.
I said, he
They're
doesn't
not.
have room to talk. He's got a Shih Tzu.
I call one
Yes,
Shih Tzu.
It's true.
It's
One's
only half a
enough.
Shih Tzu.
What's the other half? Chihuahua?
No, something big and weird. I don't know. Some mud.
Oh my god! I saw this poor dog. It was like half Bugle, half Great Dane. I'm like, oh my god! I hope the mom was the Great Dane. And if it was, how did the Bugle get up that high? Did it go upstairs?
Sneak attack while she's taking a nap. I guess. I don't know. Hi, Janet. Janet's in the chat room.
Yeah.
I sent Janet the link. See if she wants to jump in.
Yeah.
I know this is not the shit show, although I could probably rename it to the other shit show.
You should rename it instead of Cigar Connell. One more Connell for the night.
Just whatever you do, don't name it Dreams of Electric Sheep.
Don't what?
Don't name it. Yeah, Janet, it's on Discord.
Yes, Discord, the only cord.
I have no
Unless you're
idea.
Bruce.
All I know is I've heard Dreams of Electric Sheep and associated to gay shit.
Electric Sheep. That's
It's okay. It's the book that Blade Runner was based off of.
The short story.
Yeah,
Short story. Yeah.
I think the movie was actually longer than the fucking book. Now that I think about it.
By about 4 times.
Yeah,
That's if you read it really slowly. It's a really short story. It's like 10 or 15 pages.
I've been thinking about doing like a Robin Williams marathon. The reason why I say that is I think every time like Blade Runner gets brought up, I think of the movie where he was a robot, not robot.
Bicentennial Man.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it
Also a
was.
short story.
you should do a limerick or something for March.
Oh,
In
it's
honor-
also a Philip K. Dick short story.
Right. Oh, Limerick. Do I know any ones I can say out loud?
I'm trying to remember it. Is it for March? For the March's writing assignment.
Oh, I
I
don't.
mean,
do that.
I don't do limericks.
No?
Hey, Janet.
Mainly because I
Janet,
don't know.
hi. How you doing?
Bicentennial Man.
Doing good.
And
Good.
now the universe shall collapse in on itself, for the Janet and
I'm
the
good,
Raven have
pretty good.
finally met.
What? You're weird.
Sorry, I forgot
Hey.
I had it open on the other tab.
I did the same
Anyway.
thing. I did the same thing
Jan-
earlier.
Anyway, Janet, Raven,
Yeah.
these are the two that bleh. You two are the ones I've been trying to get to meet for a while now. Because Janet, this is the woo expert. I've been trying to get you to connect with for your sci-fi show.
Yeah, they talk about you a lot.
We
I'll
met
never
one
rephrase
All
time.
that.
good, all good stuff.
They talk about you a lot. I know if I say your name 3 times, you show up like Beetlejuice. So I try not to.
Yeah, Bear too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bear talks about you a little bit.
Mhm.
I think if you're the character, do you play some games with Bear?
I
no,
know.
they mainly talk about woo woo.
Oh, the woo woo stuff. That's right, because he doesn't believe in woo woo.
No, he's just staunch. I wouldn't even say that he's a skeptic because he's
He believes more
beyond
woo-woo
a
than most
skeptic. I
people.
mean, everything is like, no, no, and no. He's not
Well,
even
there's something
yeah.
open-minded
like
enough to even. Well,
The-
sometimes he is, but
there's
What's
two-
funny though is he says that stuff, but he's got cats.
yeah,
You know, I don't know. I think it's funny.
yeah, he's
Right.
cool. I really like him.
Yeah, I like him.
He's
He's
fun.
funny. He makes me laugh.
Yeah, we tease.
Yeah, I
He's
just
got a
got
new
through
show, Cody.
streaming on X and Rumble all about COVID and all that stuff, so I didn't do it on YouTube because I just
well,
got
yeah,
I've
that'll
only
got
had my
you.
channel for like a month.
Yeah.
Kid.
I was about to
So
say,
that
isn't it past your bedtime, Janet?
Yeah, it's
It-
snowing here. I'm in a winter storm.
They booted
So-
you off of YouTube.
Yeah, I've gotten taken off of YouTube like many times for weeks at a time.
Well,
Every
you have to
time I've
kick
talked
anybody.
about the
What?
you know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what makes little sense about that, Janet, is we have Justin, who likes to say "Heil Hitler," and he has
Hitler.
that in his channel.
oh, so you get in trouble too?
Never.
Oh, really? Man,
no,
I got someone who keeps turning me in. I think that's what I think.
the hater.
It's-
Yeah.
I hate
It's
her.
probably Condor the shitbird.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Trash Seal.
Yeah, we've established he's a trash seal.
So, what do you guys been?
Or-
What were you guys talking about before I showed up?
Oh,
Dumb
we've
shit.
talked about so many things.
Random bullshit.
Bigfoot.
Big.
In your house.
So you were talking about Connor behind his back. No, I'm just
I'm not that
told you.
furry.
Connell keeps going on about how he loves big black cock. Yeah.
No. That
Two of
joke I got you with Janet this past Saturday about black roosters and cat. She fucking knew the answer. How many whiskers does a cat have? 22.
One, two.
Well, fuck.
I was just guessing because I haven't had a cat in many years because I'm allergic, so I have to keep them outside. And I lost my 2 dogs, within 2 months of each other. So
Aw.
Never
Okay.
visit
I
Raven.
just have chickens.
You
Never
should tell
visit
her. You
Raven.
should.
But see
Tell
my
them.
shirt
Oh,
because I was doing a political show, so I wanted to make sure people got what I said without saying it.
gotcha. I love your shit.
That's why I get in trouble. I get in trouble because I do a lot of political stuff and puts people off. But I also do fun stuff, so I think I've got a lot of
I love the
variety.
political stuff you do. I agree straight across the board with pretty much everything you guys say. It's fun.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
It needs to be said. It's crazy. I think things are much better now.
I would get in
For a
trouble.
while,
on
that
Janet's
woke
show.
stuff was just out of control.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a few people that Orange Chat would get in like a tiff with. Have you met Orange Chat, Connell?
No.
Oh, okay. If you ever meet him, you'll know. You just have to watch a Friday Night Shit Show. He's usually on there. He's
I
from New
watched some
York.
of it. I just, like I said, I know not to ask him on your show because I just get myself in trouble.
Hey, a few times, Bruce, I've been afraid that I'm gonna get because Bruce says, well, yeah, all we need is get some pedophiles and some wood chippers, and we'll take care of business and stuff like that, So but he's very he drags it out.
He doesn't understand. Like, they understand the wood chipper joke. You got to switch it over to white phosphorus. It's more painful. It's more of a show, and the censors don't know what it means.
There's this. I've heard this a couple different times on YouTube where somebody says, "What you do is get a bunch of illegal aliens and tell them you can become citizens if you go out and hunt down at least 5 pedophiles. So it'd be aliens versus predators." And I'm like, I'm okay with this.
I
Yeah,
like
I've heard
the
you
way
say
you
that.
think. I like the way you think.
You like to cut up my gib? Jib?
Yep. Jib.
Whatever.
Gibbet.
Gibbet.
So we talked about
What
ancestry.
about
Do you have any
your
Irish
step?
ancestry?
Well, I'd have to get my ancestor stuff out, but I have let's see. When I looked at my stuff, it's only three different parts. That's all there is on mine, and it's mostly from I'm Welsh. I'm 5% Italian, And someone said, "Yeah, your grandmother went to Italy for spring break or something like that." It was just funny.
Welsh, huh? Can you
Yeah.
spell the
We're talking
capital
about Welsh.
of Wales?
And then that's mostly I think on my dad's side of the family
The
because
answer is
my
no.
dad's side is almost most of it from. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is the
From
Welsh
Nova
side.
Scotia and stuff. My dad was born in New York. My
So-
mother is my grandmother. My great grandmother was raised on the Indian reservation in Oklahoma. She was Chickasaw, and my mother was born in Denton, Texas. So a lot of my relatives, my mom's side is in Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas. So
Mhm.
Yeah, we were talking about Wales earlier tonight.
I love to pick on the Welsh.
oh really? Yeah,
That's
somebody
why-
I don't know who it was. They said it was all the Welsh. The Welsh are the ones that
That's
caused all
why
the
I'm
problems.
asking you. Spell the capital of Wales. Spell
Oh
the name.
really?
I want you to do it right now.
He wants you to spell out the capital of Wales.
I don't know what it is.
A B C D E F G X 2 5
Oh
4
really? Is
1.
that what they do?
No,
Is that like a
no.
joke?
No,
Oh.
it's,
Yeah.
No.
Welsh
Okay,
is
well,
like,
sorry, it went over my head.
it has lots
I
of
was-
W's and G's and H's, and it's almost impossible to pronounce. It's the most
Pronounce.
difficult language to learn.
And there's no
What woman?
word under like 30 letters long.
Yeah. a
Oh,
lot of it.
really? I guess I'd have to look into that. That sounds interesting. But I did
was
do the
at a-
DNA test and was looking up. I got like 5, ancestors high above myself. So, I found out a lot of stuff. But my sisters they weren't interested in doing it. So I did it, just looking at it and see
We
if it
did
was
a
interesting.
genealogy. My aunt did one of those, and there was a, how should I put it? On my mom's side, there's Justin disappeared for a second. He pulled an omen now. Anyways, there he is.
I
So,
wanted to go Google something. Sorry.
oh, gotcha. So no, my aunt paid for the genealogy to see where our family's from, and my mom. There was a rumor that we had Native American on my mom's side. Had Native American in us.
Mhm.
All Americans think that they have Native Americans in their history. I don't know why, but it's just a common American thing, right? And there's none. There's absolutely none. And my mom's like, that can't be right. I'm like, well, unless you and your sister have a different parent, then it's like, no, then you have no Native American in you. She's like, but we were told we had Native American. I'm like, well, this says otherwise.
Well, and you could, because my ex-husband had his grandfather came back from the war with an Indian wife to his English, American wife, and he put
Yeah.
her up in a house down here, and he lived in the main house and kind of went between the two, and he had children with both of them, and so they've got kind of an interesting family tree that way. But a lot of them,
That's fair. But my next question to you, Raven, is: are you Mormon?
no.
Are you
No, I'm Catholic.
are you one of those what's that weird ass cult? Jehovah's Witnesses? No, that's
I'm
not
not
it.
a member of any cult. No, I was raised Roman Catholic.
Yeah, but the whole two baby mamas, that's fairly cultish.
I mean, that's just what happened to
Yeah,
us.
I get it. I mean, I
It
understand.
was a matter of most of
I mean, that's more respectful than just going down to the whorehouse.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh God, I got in this huge argument with one of the players this past Saturday that I keep trying to tell them the West, the Wild Wild West, was not conquered by guns or by the military or anything of that nature. It was conquered by whores, brothels.
Yeah, that's I put something up
And
there for you, Connell.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I bet those women knew a lot of stuff.
I
Knew a
bet
lot
they
of
did.
Oh,
Lally, fairy, wiggy, woggy,
That's so
poggy,
funny.
loggy, gaga, goo, goo, YouTube.
Yeah, lots of Y's and L's and W's in there.
I've never seen anything
This is a
like
town in Wales. This is a
But
town
we
in
did
Wales.
that one show that I did we were doing was Jeremiah Johnson, and I showed a couple pictures of my grandmother and her parents, and then him with his wagon, and it was my great grandmother, and she had a necklace on, but I didn't realize it was a 5-generation rosary. And one of the guys in the chat saw it, and he said, "Oh, he told me what it was," and I was like, "I didn't realize, that's what it was. It was just a picture that I was able to find." And I shared it, and I showed a picture of my grandma wearing the little flour sack dress. It was really adorable. I mean, she was so cute. But yeah, it was a really cool picture. But I'm glad I got all that stuff and dug it all out, and I've been digging it out. And plus, I was able to get on. There's a couple websites. They're Mormon websites, so that was funny that Connell brought that up. So you can find out where if any of your family came through, like Ellis Island, or how they got here. Your ancestors.
Oh,
and
the
stuff.
Mormons, those tricky fucking bastards. You die, right? And they find out that you die. They will come over. They will rebaptize you into the Mormon church.
I
Even
didn't
though
know
you were
that.
Catholic, Jewish, Muslim,
But
one of
it's
the
too late,
variations.
though. Your soul's not in your body, so it really
Yeah.
doesn't work in the eyes
Right.
of God.
But they're just adding numbers to their church. That's why it's a forever growing church.
That's
But
weird.
but they will actually do the work, as Janet's saying, and look up your entire family history. I mean, in a way, they're doing a public service, but it's kind of
Well, it really helped me when I was doing research, just trying to find things like Find a Grave. They have another one, it's called Find a Grave. And I was able to look up a lot of graves. But what was interesting is that when you get on there, because when you pay for your DNA, your first thing to be done, you get like a year on their website. So that's why I was rushing and trying to dig because I wanted my free year to get as much as I could. And what I did was, once I did that and I linked up with people, I'd post a picture and someone would say, "That's my great aunt," or whatever. And I found a lot of people that way, to find out, making sure I was picking the right people to go in my family tree. So it was really interesting. I found out on my grandmother's side that she was related to Pat Garrett.
Oh yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah, the one who shot, what was his name in the back?
the one who supposedly killed Billy the Kid.
Yeah, Billy the Kid shot him in the back. But
Supposedly killed him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some interesting rumors around that one as well.
Jesse James is somehow related on my mom's side of the family.
All right.
So-
My great great grandfather was killed by Billy the Kid. His wife washed Billy the Kid's clothes, and may or may not be an ancestor of mine. There's no proof either way.
It was a cold night.
It was a cold night.
Well, my grandpa, he told me stories that back, because he shoot horses and his dad was a shoot horses, and that he remembered stories when he was a kid, them talking about the KKK, and that they would wear their sheets and stuff, but that his dad knew who everyone was because of the horses they were riding. he shoot horses, so he knew who they were. But he said he remembered as a kid that the KKK wasn't all the terrible things that he heard as he grew up. That that the ones he remembered were guys like, there was this one guy that was always drunk and beating up his wife, and that they were talking about it in the church, and the church said, "We got to do something. We got to stop this. This is not good for the family or for the children or whatever." So what they did was they sent some of the KKK guys on their horseback, went to the house, they pulled the guy out in the yard, they bullwhipped him, and they told him, "If you don't stop drinking and you get a job and take care of your family, we're going to come back, and this time you won't appreciate what we leave," or whatever. And he stopped drinking and got a job. So that they used to do stuff like that years ago, that my grandpa was telling me about it. So, because I was asking questions about, all kinds of stuff like that. But that was an interesting story. So that's one reason why I think it's important that we all dig into our ancestry, try to find out stuff, why they're still alive.
What was that
Why
guy's
the
name?
people are still around to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that guy's name?
We could use some of that justice nowadays, couldn't we?
I can't remember his name, but
People don't want to know nothing.
you ever see the movie Mississippi Burning?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think so. I
yeah.
think I've seen it.
What was the main actor? Because it was based on a true story,
Yeah,
and
I'm terrible with names.
Mississippi Burning.
It
Uh,
sounds really familiar to me, though.
Yes, it had Gene
yeah,
Hackman in it.
Gene Hackman. Okay, so
Oh yeah, my
the
mom
guy
loves
that
Gene Hackman.
the guy that Gene Hackman played was a real guy,
Hmm.
and that guy who did all those things that were taught in school was being paid to do them by the FBI. He was paid to infiltrate the Klan and frame them for stuff.
I bet that that's
And
true. I
yeah,
believe it
well,
now that we're finding out what we're finding out about the government. Shit.
it
Oh my
came out
God,
in
I
court
know.
because when they brought him in originally to be a witness, they put like the hood over his head so you couldn't know. But then later on, it came out.
Mhm.
You can look that up. I can't remember the fucking guy's name though. It's like right there.
I'm gonna have to
Excuse
get
me.
that.
Did you see the movie where it's based on a true story where a black man infiltrated the KKK?
Oh yeah, yeah. The phone call thing that happened decades after that, and
Yeah,
it turned out all that stuff was made up too. Like the stuff that he was doing. But basically, remember that stupid Whitmer thing a few years
yeah.
ago? Yeah, all the stuff that you learn is like the same kind of stuff that they were doing there.
I have
Just like
a
when you dig into it, all the people actually doing things were employed by
I
them.
have a I have a friend who's a history teacher. Well, it's not history, but it kids at my grade school they don't have history. They have a variation, but it's not history, right?
Yeah, it's propaganda.
These books were coming out, and it was during the summer, and she had to go through the books. Well, the book said the Native Americans voluntarily gave up their land to the Europeans because they knew more was coming. I'm sorry. I mean I know I more or less have a European education, but the way I read it
Yeah.
was the Europeans just came over here and rock and rolled, and that there was no willingness to give it over.
There was like some we'll buy stuff off of you, and the natives tried to do the standard. Well, you got it, but we're gonna get it back in raids later, like they do with each other. And you know,
Now,
you're used to fighting a guy with a spear, and a guy with a flintlock shows up, and you think you can fight him
yeah,
the same way, and you get your ass kicked. That's the
yeah,
kind of they
and
just gave it to us.
yeah, and technically the
Uh,
history book isn't wrong for one or two tribes,
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
but they'll base the entirety of their history off
yeah, but
that little tiny
it,
sliver.
it's as equally bad as saying like we're the only ones that ever did anything wrong. History that they
Oh
all
yeah,
teach
no,
in
Yeah.
other
no.
schools, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we've done this nonsense for 2 hours. It's going on midnight. Janet,
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
know.
find out. I gotta find some time to hang out with you more because you're one of my favorite people. Justin, as always, go fuck yourself.
Well,
Uh,
if we could come up with an idea to like do something fun, some kind of show to do fun that's not political, that's
Yeah.
yeah,
about pop pop culture or something, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
We'll have to talk
you're
about it and see, and
Yeah.
then we just won't talk about politics. I mean, it's
yeah.
hard because politics really does stick its tentacles in everything that we do in our
I
lives.
don't mind
well,
talking.
that's what it
I
is.
don't mind talking politics as long as the person understands understands the fact that I truly hate both, not just one party,
I
but
know.
both
I've
fucking
listened to
parties.
you go on, and I don't have a problem with that because
Yeah.
I like people just for the people and how they treat me.
Hmm.
I
And,
try to
and
treat
if
you
they
good.
treat me with respect, I will treat them with respect.
I
And
told you, you send me
I wish everybody
jerky.
did that.
You keep sending me that jerky you make. You might get like a wedding
Oh,
pole
yeah, I
for
have to
being
make
down the
you
road.
more. I will. I promise. I'll have to get another roast or two and make so. I didn't, but your daughter liked it, so that makes me feel good.
Raven, it's always a pleasure.
Ghostbusters,
My,
thank you for having
you
me.
know, you share the same name as my daughter. One of my daughter's middle name is Raven.
Really?
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
her full name is Morgana Raven Faye Marshall. Faye, F Fey, the correct way to spell it.
Yeah.
Well, the more American way to spell, I should say. So yeah,
Morgana? I love it.
Morgana. Yeah. So I figured if she never hooks up with a Merlin or an Arthur, it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll
Or you
introduce
just
her
have
to
to
a
get him
Merlin.
legally change his name. Say, if you want to marry my daughter, you have to change your name.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And Merlin and Arthur, they were actually Welsh.
You know,
In Wales. Did you know
there's
that?
just too much Welsh loving going on right now. I got into
Well, they were Roman. Don't lie.
No, they weren't. They were
Well,
not.
you guys
Roman at
have a
all.
good night, and thank you for letting me hang out for a little bit. Yeah, it's
Anytime
really
I'm doing a show, Janet, you want to hop in, just let me know. You're always welcome.
okay. Well, I was just looking to see who was up and around on
I'm
YouTube
up
one
and I'm
because I
definitely
just got
around.
finished.
Who's that fat bastard?
I am
But
only
it
a
was nice
third of
talking to you,
you.
Raven.
Nice talking to you too, Janet.
So getting to see your face. So now I'll have to just look around for you.
Okay.
Crafty
I just-
Gamer, my dear
Yeah.
American bubble.
I'll talk to you later too.
All right.
It's
Fine.
good
See
hanging
ya.
out with you all. With you, Crafty Gamer. We need to do it more also. So everybody out there, y'all have a good night. If you go to bed, there's nothing good happens after midnight
Mm-mm.
or 9 months later, depends on how you look at it.
Mm. Oh, I think that's all good.
I know it's cold
Nihilist.
outside.
Nihilist.
And as always, from my heart to yours, fuck you, Condor.
Yeah. Party on.
Bye.
Hey.
Yeah.